Darin, I know it's out of your control, but has it been frustrating with the weather and just all the cancellations and postponements?
No, because I can't control it, so we just roll with it. I mean, it's part of baseball. You adjust on the fly, and I mean, you love to get all your games in, you love to play in nice weather, but Big Ten baseball doesn't offer that sometimes.
Do you think about that, though, of like the Big Ten games, trying to get them all in? I mean, that's important, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, we as a group of coaches, we're required to try and get them all in. And last year there was a little bit of problems with a couple series, and it's all over the place this year. And again, you have limitations from what the Big Ten allows you to do from a policy standard and class miss type of stuff. So moving them around, up to Thursday or back to Monday when you can't miss any more class, it's just it makes it very difficult. But again, that's what we have, and we got to make it work.
Does anything change with how you manage a game when it comes to a doubleheader Friday, or as far as maybe bringing a guy out of the bullpen twice or anything like that?
Well, we won't do that. That's not what we do. And for our standpoint, it's just we're trying to win the first one, and if you're behind by a lot, you probably start to have to manage it for the second one. But it's one of those things where we'll go after the first game and see what happens from there.
I know you look at every game the same as far as importance, but how big was it for you guys to break a skate a little bit and get a win on Tuesday night?
And I don't look at that stuff. Whether it's, you're right. I mean, it's whether you're winning or losing, I'm looking at the quality of how we're going about our business. Are we competing every pitch? Are we taking care of the baseball, which obviously we're not? Are we limiting the free passes? That's what we do. And the end result, sometimes you can't control that. But, regardless of whether you're struggling or having success, that process doesn't change.
As far as plate approach, was that what you were looking for from your offense on Tuesday?
We've shown times that we can do it. I mean, we put together some good at-bats. They made some mistakes, and we took advantage of them. But, yeah, it's just, you're going to take some shots, and you're going to go down, and you just have to continue to battle. But one thing our team's never done is never folded up shop. They keep fighting regardless of the score, and that's a good quality to have.
How do you handle the pitching rotation with a doubleheader and then maybe not possibly playing until Sunday?
Yeah, you just, like I said, you go after the first one. Alvarado will start the first one. Matt Waldron will start the second one. And the first one, you just see how it plays out. You go for it. Hopefully, Luis has a great start and makes it easy on us. But you just never know how it's going to play out. And my mindset isn't really that we're for sure not going to play Saturday. Obviously, it doesn't look good. But it starts with that first game. You try and win that, and then you go to the next one.
So there's game 3 to be determined as who's going to start, or what?
I have Warren in there, but if we've got to use him to win that second game, we'll figure that out. Then we can piece it together from there. But like I said, we're going to try and win the first one, then we'll try and win the second one, and we'll go from there.
Because of the 2-game series last weekend, you had Warren come out of the pen. After being a starter for such a long time, how do you think he handled that?
It was fine. I mean, he's been around a long time. It's not like something he's probably never done in his life. I mean, he's done it before, and it's one of those things where it's what you got to do. You got to be ready to pitch whenever your number's called, and I don't think it affected him at all.
What does Iowa present for you guys this weekend?
Well, they're a solid ball club. I mean, they've always been well coached. They take care of the baseball. They really don't give you much in a free pass standpoint. So we're going to have to generate a lot of our own offense. Wind's going to be howling out, so I'm sure we're going to take some lumps and hopefully deliver some as well. They get lined up and get on schedule. They're pretty darn good when they're playing with a lead, and we're just going to have to go out and play our game and be sharp. And like I said, we're going to have to not be reactive to what they're doing. We got to get on them and put a little pressure on them and make them feel uncomfortable.
Angelo, is he available this weekend?
He is available this weekend. So, he's cleared to play. He'll be on the weekend roster. Of course, he wants to play every inning of every game. I don't know if being out for 10 days and then playing doubleheader is the right thing to do. So I'm still talking to him about that. But we'll use him in some regard. It just depends on which games.
Bryson as well.
Bryson's out. He's out. He's not getting any better. So hopefully that stress reaction can get calmed down. But he's still shut down.
Darin, congrats on the Hall of Fame. Do you have any comments on that at all?
Well, I'm obviously honored, and I just being in part of that class, it's awesome because I'll get a table at the back and I won't have to do anything, so nobody will even know I'm there, which is perfect. So that's exactly how I like it. But I got about 7 or 8 seconds to think about that, and then it's back to reality. We got a job to do here, so it's this is a lot more important than that right now.
What about that class, though? I mean, Coach Osborne and Coach Devaney, you, and I mean that's pretty pretty special class.
Yeah, it just, you know, obviously from a historical standpoint with the university, those guys are obviously up there. But, you know, Coach Osborne giving me an opportunity to play football and then an opportunity to coach, and, you know, still being there for me today, you know, whenever I need him, it's, you know, it is definitely an honor to get to go in the same class that he's in.
You said did you speak with Coach Osborne recently?
Oh, yeah.
How often?
He only calls when we're struggling,
right.
So I know it's bad when he calls. So he's that guy that just he's always there when you need him. But when times are tough or when things are struggling, you know, he's that guy that reaches out at that time to offer his support, and you know, I just love him to death. And what can I say?
Was that a one-sided conversation? Were you talking to him? Was he talking to you?
Oh, he listens. That's one of his best qualities, is to listen. You know, and he takes it all in and gives feedback based off of his experiences. And, you know, any kind of hate mail that you could ever get, let's just say it doesn't compare to what he used to get from the Orange Bowls and the Oklahoma games, and it definitely makes you feel better after listening to what he has had to go through.
Do you guys, I don't know, big picture, when you talk about team goals, do those shift at this point in the year when you look at what it would take to make the Big Ten tournament and that sort of thing?
We don't even talk about that stuff. I mean, it is literally day-to-day, pitch-to-pitch. I mean, yeah, of course, everybody, the carrot on the end of the stick, everybody knows where you want to get, and are those things, you know, get changed a little bit with where we're at? Obviously they do, but that's not what we're focused on. I'm focused on finding out how good this team can play tomorrow, and that is literally, win or lose, good or bad, that's all my focus ever been, and that's all it's ever going to be.
Thanks, Darin.
Good. Yep.